tofu tales, and meaty mysteries. So, Sophia, tell me, are you a vegetarian?
Yes, I am. I've been a vegetarian for several years now. It's a lifestyle choice that I find both healthy and fulfilling.
Healthy, huh? But don't you miss eating meat? I mean, there's so much variety out there.
Oh, I used to eat meat when I was younger, but I gradually made the switch to a plant-based diet. Trust me, there are plenty of delicious vegetarian options that I enjoy.
I guess I'm just a meat lover at heart. A juicy steak or a succulent burger. I can't resist them.
I won't hold it against you, David. Everyone has different tastes and preferences.
Speaking of preferences, have you ever tried a good old-fashioned barbecue? The aroma of sizzling meat on the grill is unbeatable.
I must admit, I have fond memories of barbecues from my pre-vegetarian days. But now I opt for grilled vegetables and tofu. They taste just as amazing.
Grilled vegetables and tofu, you say? Well, I can't say I've tried tofu before. What's it like?
Tofu is like a chameleon in the world of food. It takes on the flavors of whatever you cook it with. You can marinate it, grill it, stir, fry it, or even use it in soups. It's quite versatile.
Interesting. I might have to give it a shot sometime. But let me ask you this. Do you miss bacon?
Ah, the infamous bacon question. I won't deny that bacon has a unique aroma, but there are plant-based alternatives that taste surprisingly close to the real thing.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Oh, it's true. Some brands make vegetarian bacon out of soy or other plant-based ingredients. It's all about finding the right seasoning and cooking method.
You make a compelling argument, Sophia. Maybe I should become a flexitarian and try out some of these vegetarian options.
That's the spirit. A little culinary adventure never hurts. Plus, you might discover some new favorites along the way.
You know, I do feel like I could benefit from eating more veggies. But let's talk about cheese for a moment. Do you have any vegetarian cheese recommendations?
Absolutely. There are many delicious vegetarian cheese options available. Look for cheese made from plant-based ingredients like almonds, cashews, or soy. They can be just as creamy and tasty as traditional cheese.
Well, color me curious. I'll have to give those a try. And while we're on the topic of recommendations, how about ice cream? Any veg-friendly options there?
Oh, yes, there are numerous dairy-free ice creams made from coconut, almond, or soy milk. They come in a variety of flavors so you won't miss out on the frozen dessert fun.
I'm starting to see that being a vegetarian doesn't mean sacrificing all the good stuff. It's about finding equally delicious alternatives.
Exactly. It's all about exploring new flavors and expanding your palate.
Well, you've certainly given me food for thought. Pun intended.
Good one, David. I'm glad I could share some veggie wisdom with you.
You've definitely got me thinking differently about vegetarianism. But I have to ask, do you ever get curious about what you're missing out on?
At the beginning of my vegetarian journey, I did have those moments. But as time went on, I found so many amazing vegetarian dishes that I no longer feel like I'm missing out. I've created my own food adventure.
Your enthusiasm is infectious, Sophia. Maybe I should give it a try too. Start with a few meatless meals and see how it goes.
That sounds like a great idea. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy some veggie based dishes.
You know what? I'm up for the challenge. And hey, if it means I get to try some of your favorite tofu creations, count me in.
Deal. I'll show you the wonders of tofu, and you can introduce me to your world of meaty delights.
It's a culinary exchange of epic proportions.
Agreed. And who knows, we might just become the ultimate foodie duo. Tofu tales and meaty mysteries.
I like the sound of that. Let the food adventures begin. Beverage banter. Ah, there's nothing like a cold beer to unwind after a long day. Do you drink alcohol, Alice?
Oh no, I don't drink alcohol. I prefer non alcoholic beverages like this refreshing iced tea.
Really? Not even a glass of wine or a cocktail now and then?
Nope, I've never been a fan of alcohol. I find plenty of tasty alternatives that suit my taste buds.
Well, to each their own. But you're missing out on the joy of a good cocktail.
Oh, I can have just as much fun with a fancy mocktail.
Fair enough. So, what's your go? To non-alcoholic drink then?
I love fruit. Infused water. It's so refreshing, and I can experiment with different flavors like lemon, cucumber, or mint.
Fruit. Infused water. That sounds interesting. I usually stick to beer, but maybe I should give that a try.
It's definitely worth a shot. Plus, it's a healthier option without the alcohol.
You have a point there. And speaking of health, do you avoid alcohol for any specific reasons?
Well, I believe in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and alcohol doesn't align with my goals. I prefer to stay active and clear headed.
Ah, a health-conscious lady. I can respect that. But you know, some studies suggest that moderate alcohol consumption can be good for the heart.
I've heard that too, but I can get those heart healthy benefits from other sources like exercise and a balanced diet.
You really do have it all figured out, don't you?
I try my best. But enough about me. Tell me, what's the appeal of alcohol for you?
Well, besides the taste, I enjoy the social aspect of it. Sharing a drink with friends can be a lot of fun and a great way to bond.
I can see how that would be enjoyable. I get the same feeling when I share my favorite non alcoholic drinks with friends.
That's true. Whether it's a beer or a mocktail, it's all about the company and having a good time.
Exactly. And it's essential to respect each other's choices when it comes to what we drink.
Absolutely. So, how about this? I'll try one of your fruit-infused water creations, and you can have a sip of my beer. Deal?
Deal. But I have to warn you, I might not be a fan of beer.
Oh, come on. Give it a chance. You never know. You might discover a hidden love for hops and barley.
I highly doubt that, but I'm willing to give it a try for the sake of the deal.
That's the spirit to new beverage experiences.
Cheers to that.
Wow, this is surprisingly good. I can taste the refreshing flavors.
I'm glad you like it. It's an excellent alternative to alcoholic beverages.
You might be onto something here, Alice. I could see myself enjoying this on a hot summer day.
See? There's a whole world of delightful drinks beyond alcohol.
You've opened my eyes to a new realm of beverages. So tell me, do you ever get tempted to try alcohol?
I have to admit, on occasion, I've been curious about certain cocktails, especially when they look so fancy and colorful.
Ah, the allure of a well-crafted cocktail. It's like a work of art in a glass.
I can appreciate the artistry, but I've managed to resist the temptation so far.
Well, if you ever change your mind, I'd be more than happy to be your cocktail guide.
I'll keep that in mind, Mark. But for now, I'll stick to my iced teas and fruit, infused water.
You never know. One day you might surprise yourself and order a fancy drink.
And one day you might surprise yourself and order a mocktail instead of a beer.
Touch. I guess we'll have to wait and see.